prevention is much more better than cure according to Ayurveda. Ahara is one of the major pillar to maintain the health. So once when we correct it from the level or from the daily calorie need to your body, the others can be automatically fallen into its limitations or into its place. So if you are very strict to your dietary control, you may not need to suffer from any metabolic disorders. This is a very common question, like what fruits can a diabetic patient take in a very common way. So many of our patients just ask whether the fruits has to be completely avoided. There are certain fruits which has to be completely avoided because as we all tell that fruit is a direct supplement of the fructose. So the patient who is having a higher glucose level, when they have these fruit as a direct intake, their sugar values will hike. Yes, there are certain fruits like chiku, banana, muskmelon, those things and all which can have a direct hike in the diabetic level. That is why when we completely fast, we advise you can have fruit because that is an instant energy giver. So, but there are certain fruits which diabetic patients also can take. We can just see one by one about the fruits which can be commonly used or in a minimal way with the diabetic patients. Among these, the first comes the apple because they are rich in vitamin C and fiber, and it has a very good antioxidant. And the fiber especially present in the apple can stabilize the blood sugar level, and polyphenols in the apple can really help in digestion of the carbohydrate, and it can help to lower the sugar levels. And also it contains pectin which can help you to control the blood sugar level, and it can, especially this apple, can help to reduce the flow of the sugar levels in the bloodstream. So recently it can slow down the release of the glucose in the bloodstream. So apples can be having not in plenty but in a moderate quantity. Pomegranate. This is again a very richest combination of an antioxidant, and it can help to the body to protect from the free radicals. So this can also be taken in a moderate quantity. Guava. So especially the red variety of the guava are very rich in dietary fiber, and it has a very low GI index, and it can be included on a daily basis. Eating guava or even having chewing a few guava leaves can also help to reduce the chances of developing the type 2 diabetes. Watermelon. So with the higher potassium content in the watermelon, this makes a perfect choice for the diabetic patient. Being rich in potassium, it can improve the kidney functions also. Especially with the patients of diabetic nephropathy, this can help to flush out the toxins from the body. And lycopene present in the watermelon can also help to reduce the nerve damage, especially with the patients of diabetic peripheral neuropathy. Taking watermelon as a daily aspect or in the seasonal fruit, it can help to reduce the numbness and the burning sensation in the foot with the patients having the diabetic neuropathy. Next fruit is papaya. As we all know, this is a very common fruit. It makes it a perfect choice for a diabetic patient, being rich in antioxidant. And again, it's a very good nerve vitalizer also. As like the watermelon, diabetic have papaya equally has a property to regenerate the nerves as a longer span. So you can equally add papaya, especially the country variety is very good. It proves very effect against the anti-diabetic. Oranges. In seasonal climates and other thing, you can have oranges because they are having a tremendous potency against patients suffering with the diabetes. It makes it a very exclusive choice due to the flavonols and phenolic acid present in that. Berries, the strawberry. As we have seen, one blackberry and the blue jamun is a very good fruit against the diabetic. Equally, strawberries has a low glycemic index, and it proves very beneficial for the patients with the diabetic. And the sugar which is present in the strawberries can reduce the release of the glucose in the bloodstream. Cherries also is very good, and it can help to boost the insulin level directly in the body. Coconut water. So taking tender coconut water for the diabetic patients helps to improve the circulation. And if the diabetes is associated with obesity, you can just have this tender coconut water on a regular basis, which can equally help to reduce the heavy weight in the body. This is not the tender coconut water, it is the ripened coconut water. So you should be able to make a marked difference between them. The pulp of the coconut and the pulp of the tender coconut water can increase the diabetes, but the plain water in a ripened coconut, which we tend to drink just after the breaking of the coconut, it can help to fight against the symptoms of the diabetes. Tomatoes, a very common fruit or a vegetable also. This can be included on your daily basis, and it makes it more effective due to the presence of the lycopene, and it can help to prevent the risk of the heart disease and equally the cancer also. So as I told you earlier, the patient is diabetic, the other risk factors like cardiac complaints, hypertension, cholesterol, and even the cancer and kidney complaints just join as an uninvited guest. So including these type of tomatoes in your daily diet can help to reduce your risk factors. Fish. Usually in Ayurveda, we just advise not to have too much of non-vegetarian food. But this particular varieties of the fish like salmon, tuna, sardines, and these things you can have at least once or twice in a week, just because of these omega-3 fatty acids and proteins. Because when you go into a very hectic nutritional deficiency, these can help to balance the nutritional deficiency, because being rich in protein and omega-3 fatty acids, this can be included occasionally in your food stream. So this is again a very common question, which is better, because sugar is opted out. Some people say that can I add honey, or can I have brown sugar, or can I have jaggery instead of the white sugar. But according to Ayurveda, even if it is a brown sugar or a jaggery or sugar, whatever it may be, it has the almost the same glycemic index. So what could be, like if you just see the nutritional info about the jaggery and the sugar, the carbohydrate content of the jaggery and the carbohydrate content of the sugar is almost equal. So even many people think, okay, I am just adding jaggery instead of the white sugar or instead of the brown sugar, but it really doesn't make much of difference in your GI index. So what can you take? Because if you are a sweet tooth person and if you can't avoid these sweet in a very strict way, what is an alternate to that? Ayurveda says you can have palm jaggery, even dates is fine, or coconut sugar is fine, even natural plant-based sweetness like stevia and erythritol, or even the dietary fibers are better when compared to this jaggery sugar or brown sugar. Because when you have a regular intake or an occasional intake of these alternative, they can help you to have a very low calorie intake, and they equally have lower glycemic index also. So compared to jaggery and the brown sugar or even honey, we can try this palm jaggery, coconut sugar, maybe not on a regular basis but on a very occasional basis. So coming to the type of the rice, like the raw rice is definitely opted out. Brown rice, many people just have an thought process that okay, I am just taking brown rice for the diabetic, and there are different varieties of the rices in the market. I have just tried and made an attempt to differentiate about the brown rice, black rice and red rice, which will be the best for the diabetes. So first is the brown rice. We can choose brown rice over the reason just for the being rich in the fiber level, which can help you to improve the digestion, and it can make you to feel full. Even though you take it in a very minor portion or in a very smaller portion, it can help to improve the fiber intake, and it can help you to give a satisfactory feeling that okay, I have had some rice today. And it can equally help to manage your weight also. And black rice, it is almost forbidden, but the nutritional values of the black rice is they are very rich in antioxidant called anthocyanins, which can help you to reduce the risk factor of the heart. So you can replace or have this black rice maybe once or twice a week. And the third rice is the red rice. That is just it's very tasty, and it equally has the rich compound like anthocyanin and flavonoids, which is a very good agent for the cardiac complaints, and it has extra antioxidants which can help to manage diabetes. So when you get bored of daily having this brown rice having daily, you can make an alternate between a black rice or equally red rice also. So when compared to the brown rice and the wheat, they almost have the same glycemic index. But one important thing to notice, when you have it in the wheat form, you can help your body has a sustainability to the hunger. You can retain the hunger for a while more compared to when you have it in the form of a brown rice. So we choose brown rice over the wheat, and then we can choose black rice and red rice over the brown rice. So as an hierarchy, we can always choose red rice, black rice over the brown rice. So to conclude with, maintaining the good health is very crucial for overall being, and prevention is much more better than cure according to Ayurveda. So the above said herbs and dietary modulations or the culinary spices helps you to prevent the diabetic modulations in the body more than a cure. So Ayurveda always suggests more importance to the diet than the medications. So because ahara is one of the major pillar to maintain the health. So once when we correct it from the level or from the daily calorie need to your body, the others can be automatically fallen into its limitations or into its place. So if you are very strict to your dietary control, you may not need to suffer from any metabolic disorders.